All right, staying with U.S. soccer, another name added to the conversation regarding the post of sporting director for U.S. soccer. Nashville general manager Mike Jacobs actually took the interview, but has withdrawn his name for consideration for the job. That just adds another name who was offered the job has decided to stay put. He recently signed a contract extension with Nashville last year. Again, took the interview but said, thank you, but not thank you. So let me ask you this, something, nothing, or everything Mike Jacobs turning down the job?
It's something. It can't be everything because we're only finding out about the candidates who have either turned down the job or weren't interested enough to even interview for the job. There could be a good mix of candidates, qualified candidates that have interviewed and they're in the process. So it can't be everything, right? But it's definitely something because it's another candidate who's turning down this job. Two of them wouldn't even get out of bed to interview for the job.
Vermees and Tanner.
One of them, yes, Peter Vermees, the Sporting Kansas City general manager and head coach, and Ernst Tanner, the Philly Union, their sporting director. So why isn't this job attractive enough that now yet another name is coming into the mix? And why is it that if we include also Nguchi Onyewu, those are all American-based candidates. So that's got to tell you something right there. We've not heard of foreign candidates coming from outside of U.S. soccer in some way, shape, or form, and its umbrella, Major League Soccer, of not being interested or interested in this job. So yes, it is something because it's $800K that the job makes per a fiscal report of Ernie Stewart last year. Why aren't they excited enough for this job? And if they're not excited enough for this job, how would the top candidates get excited for this job? So it is something to ponder.
So to me, it's still something, but it's inching closer, fast to everything. Because if you work in soccer, if you're part of the industry, this should be one of the top jobs. And it is open. It should be one of the biggest openings if you are a part of this industry. So the fact that not one, but now that we know, by the way, that we know 3 names have turned down the job, 2 of them without even taking the interview, right? What does it say about the situation? Because when we discussed Peter Vermees' specific case, I asked you the question. This could be for personal reasons, right? I like where I'm at right now. I don't want to move. I like my job. Or professional reasons, knowing who you would be dealing with, who you would report to.
Or what you could do.
So, yeah, still something, but it's getting closer to everything.
In all honesty, Peter Vermees probably makes well above that $800K. Sporting director and head coach of a very successful club. He was in charge of that rebrand and everything they've done there at Sporting Kansas City. But still, you have to ask yourself, like, why isn't it as enticing for these candidates?
I don't get it. And it's, again, should be a big opening.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.